Our number one, Ernie Krieger from Ernie Krieger Service is with us to answer your appliance questions. If you have an appliance that's giving you problems, give us a call, 989-752-6111. Also this hour, we'll hear from Terry Henney, who is out and about at the Freeland Walleye Festival. So there you go.
Fishing.
What?
Great day to go fishing.
Not yet.
Oh, it doesn't start yet.
12:01 a.m. tonight.
Oh, so then it's going to start raining.
You could be tonight.
Usually on opening night,
They say
the
there's a
walleye.
chance.
Yep, but tomorrow it'll be all clear. Everybody will be able
yep.
to go eat walleye.
And then Sunday, hopefully, a good day for the auto show,
Yes,
which I'll be at.
wonderful.
And I'll be at Chipshawana on the road tomorrow,
Huh.
over in the Harvey Kern Pavilion in Frankenmuth. So there you go.
You'll
Busy
be
weekend.
everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere. All right. We've got callers waiting for Ernie, so let's get back to it this morning. And we're going to head up to Tawas and talk to Bob this morning. Bob, good morning.
Tawas.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing this
We're
morning?
great. We're great. What's going on up there?
Awesome. I've got it's probably a 15-year-old Samsung refrigerator, side-by-side door, and my ice maker will not dispense the ice. It makes it, everything's good to that point. When I try to push the little paddle there to release ice, sometimes it makes noise and sometimes it doesn't, and it doesn't do anything.
Ouch. All right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'll fill, correct?
Yeah.
After you make it
the
dump, but then it
Yep,
just
the
won't
fin.
dump at all. So
Right.
15 years old, I'd probably you're going to have to be careful, but I would go online
Yep.
and I would find another ice maker.
I found one for my machine, which I ended up not needing, on eBay years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was reasonable.
I bought a new auger motor and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried putting that in there and it didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna need an ice maker.
The whole thing.
Yeah, but you're going to have to be careful because sometimes Samsungs will change some of their
Design?
the design, so there'd be different
Right.
series. So just make
Right.
sure when you click in and you find it, you've got your full model and in some cases a serial number, so you get the right one.
Right.
Matter of
Okay.
fact, because what I did with mine, I put my serial number in online before I went to eBay even. I put my serial number in online, and I ended up with a exploded parts diagram.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
the
good.
model number of the ice maker
Okay,
was on that diagram.
good.
Okay.
Good. And
All right.
and you're going to find retail on that ice maker might be over $200, but when
Right.
you look at it online, you could be looking at something of $100 or less.
Right. Now
And-
the whole
The whole
compartment is basically-
enchilada. Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
The alternative is
All right.
ice trays for $1.20.
Yeah, I know.
And then you got to dump it into the bucket so the auger can dispense them out the door.
Well, at least I got that much going on. Just dump it in the bucket. I just won't dispense it. So I'll take a look at it.
Arthur,
All right.
Arthur.
Good enough. Bob, good luck
Thank
with
you,
it.
sir.
You bet.
All right.
Bye-bye now.
Bye bye.
And you know, Arthur, I can only see you doing, if you had stepchildren, having them do the ice cubes and dumping the ice cubes in so they would dispense.
Heck
That
no.
would be their job.
I don't have a dispenser. Mine go into a tray on
I know.
I have a bottom freezer. Anyway,
If you had one.
if I had one. Okay, if I had one. Let's go to Bay City and talk to Eldon this morning. Eldon, good morning.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi, Artie. And hi, Ernie. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
that's me.
Yes. I have a question. I have about a 50-year-old Roper apartment-sized stove,
Yep.
and it's like brand new. It
Okay.
has one chip in the porcelain, and I was wondering if you knew where someone who may want one of them.
It's apartment size,
Yeah.
and it's natural gas, not LP. You're not on LP.
No, it was natural gas. It was
Okay.
in my home. We've lived here 45 years, and it was kind of old then, but it only has one chip in the porcelain, and everything else is really in good shape with it. Everything is there.
I would tell you, do you have the ability to go on the internet?
Yes, I do.
I would go online and list it. I mean, there's a lot of apartment complexes where landlords would give their eye teeth for an apartment size gas range.
The other thing you might check is churches
Yep.
who have kitchens who may need it.
Yeah. Well, this is small. This is,
Yeah, they're small.
but not like a full size.
Right.
But yeah, I would go online and I would list it out there, and if you want to get rid of it in a quick manner, when you post it, I put the big word on there, free.
Well, and the other
Okay.
the other thing you can do is contact what's it called now?
Not humanity.
Habitat for Humanity, the
There you
store,
Okay.
because they sell things in the store that are donated to them.
Yeah, I just
You
free.
could-
Do you have the ability to take it out? Out
They
of
can pick it
service? Oh, they do.
Oh,
They could pick it
I
up.
already have it taken out of my house because we have never used it
Okay.
since we bought this home, and it made more room in our basement.
Okay.
I guess it was used for canning.
Yep. Those are perfect for canning,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I would go online or call Humanity for homes. Is that what I want? Humanity for home?
Habitat for Humanity.
Habitat for Humanity.
They're restore.
I don't know
is
if
what
Bay
they
City
call it.
has one. I
No, but
think Saginaw does.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might
might
come
be
out, pick
interested.
it up, and
Yep.
get it to a
Okay.
family.
So there's a number of things. There's a number of things to try. I
That's-
guarantee you'll find a home for it.
That's a great thing you're doing. So thank you very much.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Thank you
buddy.
very much
You bet.
for talking with me, and
No problem.
have a good day.
Yeah,
You
have a
too,
great
Alvin.
weekend. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
And in Saginaw, we find Kevin this morning.
Hi, Art. and
Hey,
Art.
Kevin.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Are you driving?
I'm the passenger.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good
Yeah,
answer.
That would be bad if I was doing that, especially
Yes.
in a company vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was listening to you guys, and I talked to you guys last year one time about the way appliances are built now are more or less disposable. But this last winter here, I had somebody come out, or I called, and they said that my dryer wasn't working well. It wasn't drying well. I had to keep re-drying stuff, and they said it probably needs cleaned. So I called a company. It wasn't Art Noe, and they said they would come out and do it for, I think it was $80. And I said, okay, that's fine. They came out and was downstairs a few minutes and then come back upstairs and it was all set. Well, it didn't work any better. So I took the front of the dryer apart down by under the lint filter, and it was all still plugged.
Oh, geez.
And they
Didn't clean it very
so
well.
I pulled the dryer actually away from the wall and pulled the back out, the vent, and it was still plugged. So I called them and asked them, what did you clean? Well, they came back out and had another guy come, and he stuck a vacuum down by the dryer, the lint filter, and ran a vacuum down through there, and that was all he did. I said, well, don't
he
you
didn't
take
do-
them apart?
Yeah, they didn't
And
do a
he
very
said,
good
"Well,
job.
He said, we don't normally do this kind of thing. I'm like, then why did you say this and charge me $80? He said, well, we're not going to charge you this time.
Yeah, good.
I said, how
Buddy,
generous of
so
you.
let me ask you this, though. He vacuumed the bottom, but he didn't clean out the ductwork?
Neither one of them did.
Okay, well,
Or the
Too
second
bad, because
guy.
that's probably where the problem
so more than likely it wasn't the dryer that was giving you the issue. It was more the vent tubing that's giving you the issue. Do you have solid pipe for vent tubing, or are you using the corrugated aluminum?
It's the corrugated aluminum. It goes up about 4 foot, then out the wall. It's in a basement.
Well, if you've sounds like you've got lots of ability, I would tell you to get rid of that corrugated, because all those little ribs restrict the airflow and collects the lint and stops it from going out. So if you
with a solid aluminum tube or galvanized.
yeah, get yourself a couple. You just need one elbow and a straight pipe to go out to the other elbow to go
You
outside.
need two elbows.
Yep.
One coming out of the dryer to go up, and then one out the window, right?
And yep.
So
And you'd be amazed how much better that dryer is going to work. Because when you restrict the airflow, the little thermostats that are inside that dryer are saying, "Hey, I'm already to the temperature that I need to do," so it cycles off either the gas burner or the electric coils, depending on if you have a gas or electric dryer. So,
and I want to give a little shout out to you guys too, because we outfitted our entire kitchen, washer, dryer, refrigerator, stove, microwave, all from Art Noe. And that Maytag Neptune set that we bought from you in 2005 is still what I'm using today.
all right, very good. I'll pass that
Good
on
for you,
to Art because I'll see him tonight.
yeah, and we got to make something very clear. Art doesn't own me, Art Lewis or Art Noe.
Neither.
I'm my own man. So,
Right. I get
but
it.
I get the gist. I'm glad you're happy with what you got from Noe.
But I will pass that on to Art. He'll be glad to hear it.
All right. Well, all right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Have a
You
Thanks
too.
Thanks for calling.
Yep,
Bye-bye
bye-bye.
now. Quick break. We'll come back. We'll get to, let's see, Jamie is in Mayville. We'll get to him when we return. First, we're going to give you a chance to win some money.
Broadcasting today from where the action is.
It
Mike
is.
Winnock, Freeland Walleye Festival, 40th annual. And man, I'm telling you, you had a great day yesterday.
We really did. We're here at Burt Watson, and well, as you can tell by my voice, it's not what it normally is, but we did have a great day. We had the band Whiskey Six here last night, and they did a fantastic job, and we're looking forward to family tradition tonight and all the activities around that. We got Nicole from Kicking in the Mitten going to come out ahead of time and teach some line dancing classes, and then we got the comedy show. That starts at 6:30. And then if you got tickets, you can go right into the beer tent from there and have a rockin' good time with us. We're super excited.
And again, that's just today. You got a full weekend of stuff, and of course, we'll be talking a lot more about that as we go through the program this morning. And again, for more information, if people want to go online, they can go where, Mike?
FreelandWalleyeFestival.com's got all the information, any updates that need to happen.
WSGW is keeping...
We're back with you, Art Lewis and Ernie Krieger from Ernie Krieger Appliance Service, and we have Jamie in Mayville with us. Jamie, good morning. You're on with Ernie.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, we
yes,
got you.
we can hear you. What's going on?
Good morning, Art. Good morning, Ernie. I have an LG. It says inverter direct drive
Yep.
washer. I was listening to you guys earlier, and I had to go into the store, so I don't know if somebody posted this question. The washer, now all of a sudden it won't go into the spin zone, and you hear it's like a plastic gear or something, and then a whining. I'm wondering if that's something I can...
Is that the washer or the dryer?
The washer. It's
Washer,
the
okay.
spin cycle.
And-
The spin cycle.
And is the washer a top load or front load?
Top loader. It has all that special stuff where you can, supposed to go online and give you codes. I
Sure.
don't know how to operate. But it's my ex-wife's. In fact, in 2011, I bought a Maytag Bravos
Yep.
from Maytag before it was Art Knowing, and washer and dryer. But my ex-wife, and then I think her at the time, they just threw it out as probably a $17 part, and that was a expensive unit. Well, now it's an LG, it says inverter direct drive. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, it's a brushless motor, but I don't think your motor is the issue. There is a coupling that lines up under the agitator, and there are teeth on it that may have been ground up. So what I would tell you to do, and I know it shows a breakdown of this, I would put your model number on a YouTube and watch the video on how you can pull this thing apart to change those parts. Those parts are probably less than $50, and
Okay.
it'll go through a teardown, so you'll know exactly how you're going to get into changing that coupling.
Yeah, well, see, and the first thing is it's been working, and it'll go, like, when it's agitating,
Yep.
you'll hear, like, there's a bolt loose.
Yep.
You'll hear a clink,
Yep.
clink, clink.
Yep.
Well, now, of course, my 18-year-old daughter's washing her clothes, and then the spin cycle just all of a sudden quit. And I get home from work. I work on boats for a living, and,
Oh, you're mechanically inclined then. That's good.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, somewhat.
So when you get home, don't be offended, Art. I would say get yourself a Mick Light, crack the can, sit down in front of your computer, and YouTube it, and you'll say, "Well, hell, I can do this," and pull that thing apart, and then just order your parts online, and you'll be good to go.
Now, on a LG, I mean, it seemed like it was good. I think it's about 5 years old. I'm
All right,
not
yeah,
sure.
that's about the right age.
And like I said, with that little grinding noise, and then it wants. I'm just thinking.
Yeah,
and then-
I don't think your issue's with the motor at all. It's the couplings.
Okay, couplings. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
All
thank
right.
you so much. I'm
All right.
late for work.
Oh,
All right,
boy.
Jamie, get to work.
Hey,
Good day.
hey, we were worth you being late. Just tell your boss what was going on.
Okay.
Yep.
And Art, make sure you get out there with Mike Avery. Get out there on the walleyes. with the-
Yeah, we will try and do that.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Love the show.
Thanks.
All right. Take care.
Take care, Jamie. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
now. 989-752-6111 is the number to call to join Early and me on the air. We come back. If we don't have a call, we'll chat a little bit about water.
Oh, we
No.
can talk about water. It's what
Yeah.
you drink.
That's good. We'll be
Hmm.
back.
Yes.
What do bounce houses, obstacle courses,
Hi, we're back with you along with Ernie Krieger, and John is in Bay City. John, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hi there.
I got a question for Ernie. I have an older Gibson. It's a '96 upright, heavy-duty commercial freezer.
Okay.
I have to clean it periodically because it's not frost-free,
Right.
and that's the good thing. The top rail, it's got 5 shelves on it, we'll call them, and there's
Yep.
aluminum rails that freeze. The top one is always frozen, and that's the reason for cleaning. Now it seems like the second one down from the top is getting some frost on it. Is that a sign of leakage, freon, something
No,
going
no,
on?
no,
that
no,
I
no.
should-
If that unit had a leak in the sealed system and it lost the refrigerant, you'd be telling me that that top shelf wouldn't freeze, that you wouldn't have any frost buildup on it.
Got it. Okay.
That's not the case for you,
Well,
right?
and the ice cream come rolling out.
Yeah,
right?
the ice cream would
Yeah.
roll up because it wouldn't get down to 0 degrees. So
Yeah.
what I want you to do, the next time you defrost that freezer and you turn this unit back on, about maybe 8 hours into it, what I want you to do is to take your finger and you're going to moisten it, whether you lick it or you dip it in water. And then I want you to go to the refrigerant coil. You should be able to stick your finger on that coil.
The top coil
Yep.
or the second coil down?
Well, the second coil, are you sure that second is just not a shelf? You see actual refrigerant tubing going through it?
the rail is attached on the very back left corner. There's a rail that runs from the top all the way down to the bottom shelf.
Okay.
So I believe it to be, and yes, it is attached in some way.
Okay. Well, because what happens on these older freezers is you'd have one shelf with refrigeration tubing. The next shelf is just a dummy shelf with we'll call it wires, and then the next shelf would have refrigeration tubing again. Okay, so
it looks like it's every shelf is attached, or it has refrigerated cooling attached. I'm looking at it right now, so
good.
Play.
So again, after you defrost it and you fire that little devil back up, you should be able to stick a moist finger on those coils. That's telling you that you have refrigerant going through those lines, and that refrigerant's doing its job by changing from a liquid to a vapor. And that coil should be able to stick your finger on it. Okay?
And the reason you lick it is so your finger doesn't stick to it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally. Don't use your tongue.
I was just going to say, don't stick your tongue on the coil.
Correct.
But
I appreciate the advice, and I keep a lot of fish in part, it's frozen stuff in there. If this thing has a meltdown, you got a real problem.
Oh my God! Yeah, you'd want to catch it too.
Yeah,
so
sir. I have a second question, real quick.
Yeah.
Dehumidifiers. I have an old Edison. Actually, two of them, and these look like they're from the 2000 era. Are these worth fixing? Because the other ones are, I'm getting 3 or 4 years, and they're just, it's a lot. It's a lot of expense. And what about the commercial units?
Well, the commercial units can leak refrigerant just like the $200 units. The commercial units are going to pull a lot more moisture out of the air, and they do a great job.
And some are named commercial in name only.
Yeah, but if it's costing you $1,000, you know it's
if it's
commercial.
Costing you, yeah.
But on the two Edisons that you have, check and make sure they're not all clogged up with crap.
Sure.
Because they're in the basement, and that's one of your the more area that you're going to get dirt from. If the coils are clean, when that unit's running, the evaporator should be wet. It should have moisture all the way around it. There should be no frost. If it's freezing, then you got an issue with the sealed system, and it may have lost its charge. That being said, if you're in an environment where the temperatures are cool, like right now, we're borderline. When the temps get back down into the 40s, some of the older dehumidifiers that don't have de-icing switches on it can frost up. Okay, so if you're telling me it's 70 degrees outside and the coils on those units are freezing up, then they're leakers. I don't know if you go fishing much. They could be good anchors, but
the Edisons don't stick a lot of money into them, is what I hear you saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Everything
right.
is cool. Thank you, sir.
John, thanks for calling. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll also hear from Terry Henney back at the Walleye Festival coming up.
Thinking about
We are in Freeland, 40th Annual Walleye Festival.
We have a little problem with
we lost
Mr.
him.
Henney's report. Let's try something just for the fun of it.
All right.
Let's see if Mr. Henney happens to be listening and see if we can rouse him up.
Rouse him?
Terry, are you there? Terry?
Yes, I am.
Well, good, because your recorded report just died. So, so you got 60 seconds to talk to us. And
I'm
Ernie,
glad
Yes, and I was dying to say, hi, Mr. Henning.
Well, hi there, Ernie. Good to talk to you.
It's
Mike
always
Weddock is
good to
with me.
talk to you.
Yes, always. Mike Weddock's with me right now. Mike, they said I died on the recording. But,
Oh no! Oh, sorry to hear that. Well,
arrangements will be on Friday after the festival's done.
Gotcha. Well, we're having a great time out here. We're out here at Burt Watson Chevrolet here in Freeland for the 40th annual Freeland Walleye Festival. We had a great night last night, and tonight we've got more activity. We've got a comedy show coming on at 6:30 tonight. We've got the band Family Tradition coming on about 8 as soon as the comedy show's over. So get your tickets online for the comedy show, and then you can come right into the beer tent and have a couple beverages with us and listen to some great music.
Great music, and of course we said line dancing tonight at about 6:30. So Ernie, you're invited.
I may not be able to do much line dancing at the moment.
As long as you can make a straight line, you're okay.
There you go.
You know, like a maypole when you go around it in circles? Ernie can do that with his cane.
Stop it.
I love it.
Stop it. Well, Terry, I look forward to seeing you at Abley's as we do our yearly annual get-together so we can see face-to-face.
And they're looking for us too. That's their season opens up. They're open on Sunday now, so they're rocking and rolling for spring, just like everybody is out here in Freeland.
All right.
All righty. More
Terry.
reports coming up next hour, Arthur.
You bet. We'll talk to you then. Terry Henney out at the Freeland Walleye Festival. All right. We got a few minutes left here. I want to talk to you, Ernie, about SOS.
Yeah.
Save Our Shoreline.
We celebrate
You were the instigator,
25
the
years
motivator.
old. It's hard to believe it's been 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we're working on our next newsletter to go out, and it's going to be a large newsletter because we're going to go back through and talk about some of the events that Save Our Shoreline was involved in, going to the Supreme Court a couple times, going to the Pentagon and meet with the Secretary of the Army. Jim Barsha, at the time, who was a congressman, made arrangements for us to meet with Congress to talk about our shoreline issues. And I'll never forget, we do our whole presentation, and Dan Kildee was sitting there on the corner, and he looks up and he says, "What's the problem? It's your damn beach. Just do what you want." So
let's take that to heart.
Yes, that was
let me
really
ask you this, Ernie.
something.
25 years.
Yes.
Is the shoreline better off today than it was 25 years ago? Much?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we don't have Phragmites on the majority of our residential beaches. They're clean. We're still battling. I mean, back in the 70s, there was what was called the Montreal Protocol. And back then it was decided by people who thought they knew better that we would have a green belt of vegetation all along the Great Lakes. Well, they can have the vegetation wherever there's a wetland, but if somebody's been living on the beach for years, they're not about to tell those people that it's a wetland. I mean, I've been...
Yeah, you have a house on the bay.
Yeah, 55 years, a long time.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of things. I mean, I've had it where the water was past my house up to the road, and I've had it where we could play baseball out in the front yard and never hit water. I mean, our lowest point was in the 60s.
Yeah.
And we've had low points, on and off.
And the discussion always was, how much of that beach do you own?
Where's the ordinary high water mark? Well, the courts in Michigan said the ordinary high water mark is where there's wet sand at the water's edge.
Ooh.
That's the ordinary high water. And now, of course, the Corps doesn't agree with that, and nor do some of the people with the DNR and DEQ. And both of them don't agree with where the ordinary high water mark is.
But if the court ruled in Michigan, the Michigan agencies have to follow it.
You would think.
Well, yeah.
You would think. So, the bottom line is, are our beaches any better? Of course. Is State Park better?
Oh, yeah.
Kim Coonan and I spent an awful lot of time grooming that north end of the beach. Actually, we went out and bought equipment so that the people at the park could clean the beach. And that continues. We have what's known as Beach Wellness, where we have our 5 and 10K run to raise money to continue to operate the equipment.
And if I remember right, you got the beach, and then there was a strip of vegetation, and then some more beach. And didn't they tell you couldn't groom that middle part?
Oh,
or something?
yeah. Oh, yeah. That continues to go on.
Which made no sense whatsoever.
No, back in the day, some of the people from the DEQ and the Corps of Engineers basically took it upon themselves to take a section of the beach, which is where the original beach was, and dug it all out so that they could let wetland plants come in. Well, what came in was Phragmites.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to get wound up on this whole thing, but the bottom line is, yeah, our beaches are better. You know, when we first started Save Our Shoreline, we had about 3,000 members, and that was not just our shoreline, but over on the west,
state.
it was all over. And as years go on, people fall off because what are their beaches? Their beaches are clean. They don't think there's an issue going on. But you have to be vigilant. And if you don't watch what goes on with government, they're going to try to take stuff away. And they want our beaches. And, you know, one of the statements that was made by an individual with the state was, we need this vegetation so we can keep our walleye. Well, excuse me, the walleye in the Saginaw Bay are so fluent, it's just amazing.
They're all over the place.
Exactly. And then, you know, they wanted to put a fishing reef, a spawning reef out in the section, and it's like, no, you guys have no idea what the littoral flow is and how it's going to affect the shoreline. So what they did is they didn't go where they wanted to, and they went on a point off the Sludge Island, and they put their stone down so they can have spawning grounds. You know,
Which is fine. More power to them.
exactly.
Should have done that in the first place.
Yes, where it doesn't basically affect. But again, where they put that stone still has a bearing on flow.
Well, yeah, it affects the flow of the water.
Yeah, just like dredging. You know, when they're dredging, what are they doing? They're taking our sand that would have normally come up on our shoreline over a period of time. But anyhow, Save Our Shoreline is healthy.
Good. Ernie will be back with us on May 22nd as we broadcast from Abley Greenhouse and Garden Center. It's like an annual event.
Yeah, we've been there a long time.
And I give his wife permission to spend all his money.
And she does a good job of it.
We'll talk to you then, Ernie. Thanks.
All right, Arthur. Stay healthy, buddy.
Ernie Krieger from Ernie Krieger Appliance Service on Bay Road in Saginaw.
Hi, I'm Stan.
For today, back with Monday with lots more. Coming up on Focus, we'll have open phones. No guest today. That follows the news from CBS and Michael Percher with the local report. We'll talk to you right after that.
Broadcasting from the